and a pair of well-experienced hunters, Gordon on our left, Dave on our right. Let's talk a little bit about Lake Gentilini and what sets this operation apart from the hunting experiences from other lodges.
Well, like I've had these two gentlemen here in the last group. We've had two groups just before them. We have groups in 5-day sessions, and we've had 100% success again this year. We've got a couple groups coming in this afternoon, but we carried some meat out for them, and we brought some animals out for them, so we know that they've got all their caribou today also. What I'd say to separate Nagelini from any other lodge or any other outfitters out there is that it's a beautiful big lake. The lodge is awesome. The lake gives us up to 80 to 100 miles of shoreline to hunt, and it's not a hard hunt, so that you don't have to spend like hours and hours walking and miles to walk, because we do most of the traveling by boat. We get the high spots to spot, and once we know the animals are moving and how they're moving through the area, which we have a big migration of caribou, up to 500,000 that migrate through here every year. We know exactly where they're going and where they're going to be going in the next day, and we just get ahead of them, and we just have total pick of what animals, choice animals we want out of big herds. And sometimes it's a little pickier when the herds aren't quite moving through, but like I say, we've had excellent success in the last 4 or 5 years, and it's only getting better.
Well, you're calling 100% success rate excellent, huh?
You can't get much better than that, hey boys? Yeah.
All right. I don't think too many people will disagree with you.
But
So
what I really nice about it, Randy, is when we get some elderly people. I had a guest in my second group who was 73 years old, had just gotten an operation for a blood flow in his legs, was not a walker whatsoever. 200 yards was probably his maximum walk he could do. We'd get out of the boat, his son and I would go in glass, we'd find nice animals, and we know where they're moving, and we know exactly where they are, or they're bedded down. We pull the sneak on them with the boat, so then Dad can get out of the boat. We get out, we field glass and make sure we pick the right animal, make sure we got a choice animal that they would like to have on the wall. And then it's just a matter of getting Dad set up, and I had the camera, and I've got some video, awesome video, and these guys, you know, a 73-year-old man and his son getting both beautiful caribou, and it just makes them a trip of a
Sure, so you're 70 years old, 70 years young or 90 years young, you can still come up here and have the time of your life.
Exactly.
And that's true for the fairer sex as well.
Oh,
because
sure. We've had ladies in every section, except for even again this year. We have this last group. We've got another lady that's hunting with her husband, which is a father and son or a husband and wife. It's so, you know, very possible to get a good choice animal that doesn't. It might take a little longer, or sometimes, you know, like you see a choice animal going over a ridge, and if you're not capable of walking to get the shot, well, that's fine. I mean, you know, if you're not capable, but we've seen animals every day, and I think the worst we've done out of all our guides is maybe seeing 30 animals in a day. Well, where today we've seen 3,000 to 4,000 animals today. So we were right in the middle of the migration today. Like, we had such a heyday out there today. It wasn't even funny. It was a sight to see.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's so easy to get a caribou if everything works right, and we put all the odds to favor so that it will work right. We have excellent
And on
staff.
top of all that, you've got excellent amenities, boats.
Yes, the boats are well
Friendly
kept.
guys, you got the whole package, and if the hunting isn't enough, you want to change your pace. You've got some world-class fishing.
Well, the fishing here is, to me, this lodge could be just strictly for fishing. The fishing is just phenomenal. Like, I took out
Whether it's northern pike or
lake
trout,
pike, lake trout, grayling, just awesome fishing. Like, I've had it on video with guests last week, and from the guests from the week before. We signed up for them where they got their master anglers and boat species. And how can you get? I mean, that's 1 or 2 days of fishing after you get your caribou, because it's a 5-day package.
it's certainly not unusual to pull out a nice 20-pound plus laker.
Exactly. You should see the fishing. It's just phenomenal. It's awesome. But the lodge is just great. Every room has got running water. You've got your own shower facilities. You've got great beddings. Everything there. Your room is cleaned every day for you while you're out hunting. You come back, you've got a chef that's got all your meals prepared for you. You've got waitresses that make sure that everything is served for you. If you've got any problems of any kind, you let us know, and it gets done.
Well, Gordon Omer might be a little bit biased. What do you think about this?
Well, this is the first camp I've ever been in that there was wine on the table for supper the first evening we were here. Now that was unheard of in any other camp I've ever been to.
And guess what? You get another bottle of wine before you leave.
There you go.
Yeah.
But the quality of the guides, the fellows know the area, and they're sincerely interested in making sure that you get a fine animal, and they handle the boats well. And occasionally we get the water kicks up out here and you get some pretty rough water, and you can be confident the guys can handle the boats and get you back home. So I think the priority of any hunt that you go on is the quality of the guides. And these
They
fellows are
sure
good.
got it here. And not just Omer, by the way. I'll make that
No,
very
we have
clear.
excellent guides. It's all young fellas that have been coming here for years. We have one older fellow, Peter, who's been here for longer than I have. The reason we're here is because we love to hunt. And the reason I'm here is because when I semi-retired, I said all I want to do is hunt and fish for the rest of my life till I can do it. To me now, I'm hunting with guys like this, and you get to make close friends. The only thing I'm not doing is pulling the trigger, but boy, it's sure fun going after those animals and stalking them and getting on top of them. And, you know, it's a blast. You know,
I'll tell you what, they are
that's
beautiful.
That's what makes the hunt.
They are beautiful animals.
Oh, it's awesome hunting.
For a fellow to be able to come up and see 3,000 or 4,000 animals in the course of a week's time,
Where are you going to see that?
it's just hard to imagine.
Oh, just
like
fun.
you were saying, it's a hidden secret.
Yeah, it is.
You've hunted all over the world. You've hunted in Africa. You've hunted. You can tell me every place you've hunted. And like we were discussing that this afternoon, it's just a hidden secret, because where else are you going to go on a barren ground caribou hunt and see 3,000 or 4,000 animals in one day, and there's no other hunters but the
Well,
guests?
sure, Dave, you've been at this for some time. You just recently got back from Mozambique, and
Well, I've probably been on, I don't know, 5 or 6 countries, 25, 30 big game hunts, maybe more, I don't know. But this place is really nice, and I really don't need this nice a place. I mean, the hot showers and
I didn't hear you
nice beds-
complaining though.
No, I'm not. But it kind of reminded me of hunting Africa. It really did, or New Zealand. It really did. I mean, the good food and the lodging, but it's someplace maybe you could bring your girlfriend or your wife. The boats were really good. The guides are good. But what I really liked about this place was the quality of the animals. I've hunted all the caribou now except woodland caribou. And I mean, I hate to sound like I carry the Boone and Crockett record book in my back pocket, but I kind of do in a point. I want to shoot good quality animals, and I want to have opportunity to shoot animals. And here, everybody was shooting really nice caribou. I've hunted in Quebec, and these people were bringing out these terrible. They shouldn't have shot them. I mean, they're just for meat. That's all they're for. And when you drive this far away from home, you're not coming up here just for the meat. And we've seen so many good quality animals here, and there's no hunting pressure. I've hunted Alaska, 9 or 10 times I've been up there. And the caribou herds up there are nothing like this. The caribou might be bigger, but they're nothing like this. They used to be maybe a long time ago, when I first started going up there, but not anymore. The herd is just so shot up, and there's no quality animals left. Here, it's just untouched. I mean, out of all the hunting friends that I know, northern Manitoba, nobody talks about it. You don't even hear about it. But the central barren ground caribou hunting up here is fantastic. It's just, and the boats make it so nice because you got 80 to 100 miles you can travel in a day, instead of walking 10 or 15 miles and then trying to pack a caribou out. It's a
I'll tell you what,
first-class
I've had a great
operation.
time up here. As far as the meat from bare ground caribou, I mean, there's not much better than a caribou.
Awesome.
They
Awesome.
are just fabulous,
Yep.
Beautiful animal.
just fabulous.
And it's just great that, like you say, it's a hidden secret.
It is.
But
It is.
this lodge has got so much potential now.
No.
It's just on an uprise. And the
And
thing is,
Homer, money-wise, it's so much more attractive down here than the Northwest Territories or Alaska. It's so much cheaper.
Yeah.
And that means
Well,
a lot nowadays.
Alaska could be crippling.
Oh, it
I
can be
mean,
crippling, like here. The license is included, the airfare is included, everything's exclusive. Where in Alaska, everybody stands there with their hand up. Oh, you want to take your meat home. Oh, you want to fly it out. You want to do this. And it never ends. And
Well, here you just get yourself to Thompson, whether you choose to drive or fly in, and once you're in Thompson,
we fly you into Nagelini and you land on an airstrip that's a quarter mile or
right? That's a good thing. So there's really no
300
issue
yards.
about landing a plane because we're not talking about a float plane. You've got your own runway.
Yeah.
But I will
Right as
say
part
one
of the
thing,
lodge.
Randy, about this hunt. That was really nice. Wherever I go, like we just came from Alaska, and we had to take our sleeping bags and all of our. Here, you take a couple changes of clothes, and I know they would even do your laundry for you here. I mean, you don't have to bring very much.
We spoil you.
Oh, yeah, you do. I mean, just.
Well, that's a
few
good idea.
pieces
I
of
asked
clothes.
Omer,
But the thing-
and he said no.
No,
There's a
but-
lot of things, though, Randy, too, like he says, that people don't look at when they're going into lodging or they're going into out camps and stuff. Your meat is well looked after. We've got walking.
Yeah, hard work doesn't bother me, Omer. I can watch it for
We can
hours
watch
at a
it for
time.
hours and hours and hours, eh?
Now, this is a professional deboner deboning in action.
Yeah. This is
Looks like some tasty
where we have our
stuff.
meat shack. We have the hose down here. We got water supplies. We got washing animal off here. We got freezers right within 20 feet of here. We got
Sure,
walk-in
right on the other
freezers.
side.
Awesome.
Some tasty stuff there.
Meat wasn't looked after, then you get home and your cape has got hair slippage. And what was your hunt? What do you got the proof for? A few pictures. What happened to your trophy? Sorry, it didn't turn out because your hair slippage. You know,
Well,
we
there's
don't
so much
allow
more
that
on
to
these fellas. You need vaulted ceilings. I've got last year's Caribou above the fireplace, and
They did a nice job.
oh yeah, absolutely.
But as you say, in Alaska, a lot of times, you know, the plane doesn't come in for 3 to 4 days, 5 days, and you've lost your meat. It just, the spoilage that you're in here, where you can put it into the freezer, you're not gonna lose your,
We have big diesel generators here. That we have one large generator. We have another backup, so you never run out of power. It's all electric heat in all your rooms. It's just like home. I mean, it's as comfortable as you're gonna.
We've got a beautiful view out the front window from one of the representative rooms. We've got electricity 24 hours a day, courtesy of a downrange generator that never stops. Hot and cold running water.
We have, like I say, great seating, great food.
If this lodge was sitting in the middle of nowhere with a runway, with no lake, no quad runners, no nothing, I really wouldn't recommend it, because you'd have to walk 10 or 15 miles every day. But with the boats, the accessible, I mean, between 80 and 100 miles of shoreline, you can cover so much ground and so many hills and so many
hours.
crossings.
Oh, it's a beautiful country too. I mean, so
Oh,
it's
it's beautiful.
you roll your own hunt. I mean, the
Natural
guides will make it
tundra.
any
Yeah.
type of hunt you want, but
You know,
it's just it's a beautiful hunting experience. Well,
First class.
We have
you can pretty
tarpons.
much roll your own hunt.
Yeah,
and you're dealing with animals that have not seen humans before.
that's right.
And that's amazing in this day and age.
We have so many different areas where crossings are. We have a lot of wooded areas in the tundra here because we're right on the edge of the tree line, which gives a lot of guys opportunities. We've had archery hunters in every group, and everybody's gotten 100% success with their bow.
Well, that's a good point. Is it
You know,
great for
muzzle
center
loaders.
fires, great for bow
Muzzle
hunters or muzzle loading?
And we do, we do work together. Like all our guides work together. When we have our breakfast in the morning, it's a game plan on what we're going to do, how we're going to handle that day, and what the animals are doing. We put our heads together. Okay, now if we have elderly couple or if we have archery hunters, we always make sure that they have the top-notch areas, that we try and put them in the best areas so that we can get them a caribou and make it easier for them to get a caribou, because their odds are less than compared to somebody that can really walk and is hunting with a high-powered rifle. So the guy with the high-powered rifle, and you put him with a young guy that can really go, if you do see animals out there at half a mile and you see what area which way they're going, you can cut them off. Where the elderly person or the person with the archery, if there's no cover and there's no tree lines, you can't get close enough to them. So we work together really well to try and make everybody 100% success hunt, and it's been working unbelievably.
So I'm getting the distinct impression that you think this really isn't a very bad place to be.
Best place in the world. If there was any other, I've guided a lot of lodges in a lot of places, and I'd come here the first time 14 years ago as a guest. I came 3 years in a row, and then I said, it's costing me money, so I said, I'm hunting, and I'm bringing the meat home, but now I just come here and I just hunt, and I let somebody else shoot them and take the meat home. It's great. I mean, I'll be.
This is much fun either way, though.
Oh, it's an awesome time. It's just lovely to see somebody smile on their face and being happy with what they've accomplished. They set a goal and they have accomplished their goal, and you're part of it. You make friends all over the world. It's a great job.
Well, I've seen a lot of faces this year that I saw last year. So once
We're
people
getting
come,
more and more repetitious hunters every year, and I mean it's just family, and then it's brother-in-laws, and oh man, I can't wait to get home. And we had a group last week for the middle center group. We had a young fella and his dad. The father had brought his youngest son last year. This year he came with his oldest son, and he brought 8 other people with him. Like they said, they'd never seen him so excited. He got home and Mike was jumping 3 feet high and he was phoning everybody that had a gun. He says, man, if I had a hunt for you, you got
Oh, he had a great
you
time
gotta
last
come to
week
this
too.
place."
No, I saw
And
him.
came
He was
last,
smiling.
He had just as much fun again.
Oh,
This
yeah.
time here, we got their Caribou in the first 3 days, and him and his oldest son had a great time
They
fishing.
brought a different son this
We
year.
had shore lunches. We had the group together, and we had a great time. It's been a blast. The whole session's been a blast. It's too bad that this is the last group, and we're going to be done after
No.
the 26th. I
But
wish I
back
could
at
last
her
longer.
next year though.
Oh yes, for sure. We'll be back. Yeah.
Okay, Dave, Gordon, Omer, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Gordon, look at that.
This is a very nice start to the hunt.
Tell me about it.
3 hours in,
3 hours in.
we got one on the ground.
He's got a lot of character. He's not that wide, but look at the character in the front of that thing.
We just see the mane, it's white.
Beautiful. It's gonna be a heck of a mount. Yeah, but the buggers kept moving on us, and you get a shot, you don't get a shot. Perfect shot, hard shot. Came out on this side, but right behind the front shoulder and the other one. That's what you pay. So you marked it at? I figured close to 200. No, I wasn't that far off. Beautiful bull. Well, we still got 2 more to go, so you guys, we can really be thinking. That's what I said, 300. If you're 3 inches high at 100, you shot over top of it both times. Yeah, good shot, buddy. That's what, 300 plus? Hey, good shooting, boys. I haven't even got my pack to the other boat yet. We're shooting Caribou on the other side of the lake. Yeah, he's down. Oh, that old 340 Weatherby will do a trick on him. You ruined his whole day, buddy.
I'll go 100, 120. He's under 150 still. I think I got him. We rolling?
Boy, he went down like a ton of bricks.
He just folded over. What do you think, Matt?
That he did.
Think your dad'll be proud? That was his bullet. Dead center, hit some dead center.